Hi guys, welcome back to Infinite Possibilities, the podcast where we explore the lives of amazing people, their choices, challenges and opportunities. And today I have a very special guest, Josh. Hello.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you so much for volunteering to be on the podcast.
Cheers.
Yeah, awesome. So Josh, what is your kind of 1 minute intro?
1 minute intro. So I recently moved up from Adelaide in February for a KPMG graduate role in the sourcing and procurement advisory team up here. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So busy exploring Brisbane, meeting people, go to the gym, do a bit of running as well. That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we really want to dig into that backstory of your life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Josh, what kind of kid were you like growing up?
I was probably a bit more on the naughty side, I'd say. Like probably misbehaved a little bit. Bit of it, yeah. But I think, kind of as I grew up a bit more, I started taking things a bit more seriously and putting more effort into school and all that kind of stuff. Pretty sporty as well. Did like athletics, water polo, hockey, cricket, football. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And did you have siblings growing up?
Yeah. My younger sister is 2 years younger than me. She's still in Adelaide, just starting to become a doctor, yeah.
Wow, very cool. Yeah, so you were the naughty one.
Yeah.
I expected the younger sister. Was she the responsible one? Like, Josh, don't do that.
She's probably just as bad, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me, like, if you were to describe your naughty, like, what would that look like? Would that just be being a total, like, mess, you know, not cleaning up after yourself, getting into trouble?
Probably just messing around in school, making a few too many jokes, I'd say, and just not taking things very seriously.
Caught into detention much?
Not too much.
Not bad. Yeah, so you told me that you sort of were the sporty kid. Were you popular at school? You know, being sporty kind of makes you popular nowadays.
I don't know. I suppose I just hung out with whoever I liked and got along with. I don't know. I didn't necessarily think about popularity too much. Yeah.
And were you academic?
I'd probably focus more on like all the academic stuff, probably like uni. I think uni? I pulled it together way more. I think school was a bit,
Fun.
Yeah, I suppose. But I think, uni's kind of where I really, really focused and honed in on that stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Would you say you had a pretty good, like, primary school experience, high school experience? You like going to school in general?
It was all right. I didn't mind it. It was a good way to meet people. It's not like you really have a choice.
That's a crucial part.
Yeah.
And so when you were young and you were thinking about the future, like in terms of careers, what was kind of floating through your mind, if anything?
I mean, I was actually tossing up between like business and filmmaking, so two very different career paths. So if I didn't do like a commerce degree back in Adelaide, I probably would have done like filmmaking. So yeah, two very, very different pathways.
Yeah, and why film? Did you just like watch a lot of movies and
I
get
did.
inspired?
I watched way too many movies. I did. I really liked it. I don't know. I just kind of developed like a passion for it. Did like a certificate in like media as part of the film club, all that kind of stuff. Made some short films. Yeah.
And what were your favourite movies? Got any recommendations?
I really love like Great Gatsby. That's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Up as well, like the Disney or Pixar movie. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so why'd you end up choosing boring business?
Boring business. I suppose it was, I always had like a bit of an interest in business, and Mum was like pretty keen for me to do that as well, so I think that influenced things. And I suppose, I also wanted to become, like a really high level manager or potentially run my own business down the track.
Yeah. Run your own film business, is that right?
Oh, we'll see.
Sounds good. And when you were growing up, did your parents have any expectations of what they wanted you to be?
I wouldn't say so. I think as long as I was able to support myself and I was happy, I think they were pretty content with that, I'd say, yeah.
Why'd your sister choose to become a doctor? Oh.
There's a lot of doctors in the family. So
Yeah.
mum's a doctor, both my aunties, one of my uncles a doctor.
Wow.
Two of my cousins are doctors as well, yeah, so.
Yeah, and why not Dr. Josh?
Just didn't really have a passion for science, I can't say. It really interested me too much, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then in general, what was kind of it like growing up in Adelaide? Is there much to do?
Adelaide's a really lovely place to live. I've always said it's like a really good place to grow up and it's a good place to die. But like, in between, like you need like some other stuff to do. You know, it is really lovely. I do love Adelaide, but I think when you're there your whole life, I was, just wanted to go experience something different.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. And then tell me about your majors. You studied at the University of Queensland, Bachelor of Business Management.
University of Adelaide.
University of Adelaide. What did I say? Brisbane?
You said Queensland, I think.
Queensland.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I did business management. So it's pretty, I suppose, the closest thing to be like an HR degree, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I did like a minor in project management and entrepreneurship as well, yeah.
And how did you choose your majors? Got any advice out there? Was it like a process of elimination or?
Oh, I don't know. Well, because I originally did commerce, which in Adelaide is kind of like very, very broad, and they let you do like finance, accounting, business management, those kinds of degrees. So you get like a bit of a taste at the start, and then you kind of choose what you want to specialise in. And then I shifted from commerce to business management because you could do like a minor in that. So I ended up changing it. I think it was like a year and a half in, I'd say,
Yeah. And were there other majors that you were interested in? Oh wait, so it was major in business, minor in project management and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And how did you find project management and entrepreneurship? Did it live up to its name? Are you an entrepreneur?
I probably wouldn't do entrepreneurship again. Some of the courses are a bit, I don't know, not quite up my alley, or I suppose I didn't really see as much of a benefit doing them.
Was it too theory?
We ended up in like the art gallery, I remember, for one of them, and we're looking at paintings, and it was interesting. But yeah, project management was good as well. I actually quite enjoyed that,
Yeah, that's cool. And did you enjoy your uni experience overall? Were you the kind of guy that goes to class, goes home, or were you like, in all the events, that kind of thing?
Uni was great. I had so much fun, like staying up till like 4 a.m. every night. No, it was good. And I had, I suppose the beginning of COVID as well with uni. So
that sucks.
I wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't really mind working like remotely. So it was a lot of like waking up in your PJs and going to the lectures and stuff. So it's pretty, unique uni experience having COVID, I suppose, affect like a year or so of that.
Yeah, and how was your time management during uni?
It was all right. I actually didn't think uni was too bad. I actually thought uni was easier than high school, so I thought it was fun.
Yeah, probably. Less pressure as well.
Yeah, a lot more like flexibility, and I enjoyed what I was doing, so.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you think that studying project management helps with your time management? Maybe that's
I don't know. I mean, I know a few project managers who aren't the best with their time management, so.
Yeah, that's cool. And any hobbies you want to talk about? What do you do outside?
Well, I like a lot of the time, I like going to the gym, so I've started going in the mornings before work. I do like a lot of long distance running as well, so that takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah, that's cool. When did you start gymming?
That would have been first year uni, so probably 4 or 5 years ago now. So I've been going on and off ever since.
Yeah, that's cool. And what's your typical gym routine?
I do like a push pull, legs push pull.
Yeah.
It's like 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah. Do you do it with friends generally, or do you gym by yourself?
I like a bit of a mix. I do like just listening to music and kind of doing my own thing. Whereas it's good going with people, but it's sometimes nice to just kind of zone out and
it's like a meditation kind of.
Yeah, almost I'd say. Yeah. It is really good.
Favorite tracks to listen to?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. There's too many.
Yeah. Do you just have a random list that?
Yeah, it's usually probably electronic music or hip hop, I'd say. Yeah, especially in the morning when I'm dying and I'm need to wake myself up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Sweet. Let's dig into that work history. So let's start with bartending. How was that experience? So you did bartending, was it through high school? Yeah,
so it would have been, I think, probably starting first year uni.
Yeah.
So I think I was at Walker's Arms Hotel in Adelaide, which was good fun. It was a bit chaotic dealing with like a lot of drunk people all the time, but a lot of the bartenders are great to hang out with and chat with, so I really enjoyed it. And then I ended up working at the Highway as well, just before I moved to Brisbane. So that was really good experience too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any fun drunk stories that you're able to share?
Not off the top of my head, maybe off camera.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. How'd you choose bartending? You know, some people, they just work at Kmart, you know, they just work at Woolworths, but...
I mean, probably a mixture of me not being able to find a job initially. I think that first bartending job, it's quite hard to like, I suppose, find a job, at least initially when you don't have experience. So I was like, whatever, I'll do bartending.
I'll do anything.
Because it's like, the pay was like pretty good, and it was, like it was fun. Although it kind of, you know, your weekends, you know, kind of go down the drain a little bit, but yeah.
And what was your favourite drink to make / what's most popular?
My favourite drink to make, I didn't really do too many cocktails. Like mojitos are quite nice, pina coladas are good as well. The most popular, it depends where you work. Like the place I worked had like a lot of seltzers, so served a lot of those. A lot of beer. Yeah,
that's cool. And while you worked there, like, did you end up drinking more? Did that sort of influence your alcohol intake ratio?
I'd probably say the opposite, because I was working like Friday, Saturday nights, and I wasn't like going out, and you'd finish at like midnight and you're like, nah, want to go home.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Let's talk about the real fun experience, customer service in Japan.
Yeah.
When did that happen in your timeline?
So that was actually just before I moved to Brisbane. So after I accepted the role up in Brisbane at KPMG, I was like, started working at the Highway, and was like, I think I saw one of my friends actually from uni posted looking for someone to go to Japan and work in over the winter period there. So I was like, awesome, like I'm moving cities, why don't I do that? Go hang out there for a month and have fun. So early January to, I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd of Feb, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
like around 1 month.
Yeah, around that. So I had like an awesome time. It was really fun. So I was working at a ski lodge, just chauffeuring people to and from the ski fields and the lodge. So yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Was it your first time going to Japan?
I've been a few times. We've a decent amount of our holidays have actually been there. So I really love it. It's so different and unique, and the snow is also a lot of fun. Yeah.
And what's it like working there rather than just going there for holiday?
I think working there let me stay there for like a longer period of time, which was nice, because I don't really have a whole lot of savings. So, and then you meet so many people as well, because I was driving people around. I would like, once I finished up in the morning, I would just go ski with them all day, and it was the best time. I loved it,
Oh, yeah, no, it sounds like a fun job.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Any lowlights of the job?
Lowlights? I don't know. It was all pretty good. I think the only thing is like walking home after the pub in the snow and trying not to fall over because it's so slippery. Yeah. But no lowlights, I'd say. I loved it.
Any favourite places in Japan that you want to recommend?
It's hard to pinpoint. Everywhere you go, there's just really cool, unique things to do. I think the food, and there's a lot of really cool bars as well. But I think I love like the snowboarding and the skiing. So like Hakuba had like a lot of really cool ski resorts and places to go. So it's hard to say. There's so much to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then tell me more about, so when you graduated uni and you were applying for grad roles, what was kind of that process for you, and how did you sort of decide what you wanted to do post-graduation? It actually took me quite a while to apply for like grad roles, because I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. But you knew you wanted to leave Adelaide, was that right?
I did. I mean, I originally applied for like the Air Force, but they're like super, like I was preparing for like a few months. I didn't get in because I had a few like medical things. But they were like super strict on it. Like I had another mate who had like a peanut allergy, and they were like, nah, like, coming in. I was like, gee, that's a bit rough. And then did like a bit of sales for a bit, which was fun. Felt like I learnt a lot. And then yeah, like partway through last year, I was like, okay, let's go apply for some grad roles, get out of Adelaide, see what's out there. So, yeah.
Did you get a lot of rejection?
I don't think so. It was just kind of like I think I applied for KPMG first, so I heard back first from them, and then it was weird. Like as soon as I heard from them, and then like everyone else like was emailing me and calling me and stuff, and I was like, yeah, sorry guys, too late. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any advice for people who are going to graduate at the end of the year, going to go through that whole recruitment process?
Oh, I mean, I'd probably say like it's definitely worth maybe having like a bit of a break and going and travelling around and stuff. Like there's plenty of time to go pick up a job, and I'm glad I had like a little bit of a break after uni. Yeah. But also I suppose having a bit of a sales background, it is also like partially like a numbers game as well. Like you shouldn't feel upset or cut if someone says no. You know, if you apply and get yourself out there enough, you're going to find something that you really like. And even if they do say no, you know, you should follow them up. Oh, like, can I have some advice? And can I, you know, get some feedback? Because that's how you improve as well. Yeah.
Good attitude. Yeah, and so how long was your break between uni and then starting your first job in the graduate program?
In the graduate program, I think 2 years, yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
And do you have any recommendations for what to do? Because you worked a lot during those 2 years. Like,
yeah, I worked a decent amount. I mean,
you didn't look like there was much holiday except for that small 1 month Japan.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a bit of holidays and messing around and stuff. So what was the question?
Any recommendations for how to spend the time?
Yeah, I don't know, just like trying different things out. Like I think getting some work experience, trying to, I suppose, figure out what direction you want to go in. I think it's like, that's what I would say.
A lot of soul searching, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Finding yourself. Yeah, that's it. Classic.
Yeah. So tell the audience, what exactly do you do at KPers now?
So I'm in sourcing and procurement advisory. So I suppose initially I've been really involved in like the procurement side, which has been really, really interesting and really enjoyable. And I've been involved in like some industries that I'm really keen on too, which really helps. Yeah. And
what are the kind of pros and cons of the job?
Pros. I think like the flexible work arrangement is really cool. Although I need to come into the office because I don't think I'm as productive at home, so I try and come in 4 or 5 days a week.
Whoa.
I think the people that you meet are really lovely as well. There's a lot of grads, which helps, which is cool. Good way to meet people. What else? The new Suncorp building's really cool. Yeah, new workplace is sick. All the different social clubs are really cool as well. So if you've got any interests or anything like that, you'll find someone else that, you know, I'm sure like aligns with what you're after.
Yeah. Any cons?
Cons? Not really. I can't really think of anything. I really enjoy it, and it can be a little bit challenging sometimes, but that's where you grow and where you learn. So yeah.
And is there a particular kind of person you think would enjoy the work that you do? Is it very like related to the degree that you did?
Oh, it's pretty different. It's very different. I don't know. Like I think, like I really enjoy more like the challenge of it and the people that I work with. Like I'm pretty would be pretty happy doing most things, but as long as you're surrounded by people you really like and the work's challenging and you're in like and it's interesting as well. Like I'm not as fast. Yeah.
Sounds cool. Yeah. So we're nearly at the end of the podcast. Just those deep questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh, in your opinion, what's the meaning of life?
Gee, straight into it. Okay. Straight into it. Meaning of life.
For you.
For me.
Disclaimer: Josh's meaning of life.
For me, I don't know. Like I think you just got to make like the most of things, and I think when, you know, in 50 years or whatever, when I look back on, you know, what I've done, I want to be like really happy and not be like, oh, I regret not doing that. I regret not doing this.
So YOLO kind of guy.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And if you won the lottery tomorrow and finances were not a concern, what would you do differently about your life?
I mean, I'd probably like travel around and blow a bunch of money straight away, but I think you'd still need some sort of like purpose or reason to get up in the morning. Like I don't think I'd be able to just stop doing work. Like I'd need something to be really passionate about and to try and strive to achieve, I guess.
Yeah. Where's the first place you'd go if you won the lottery?
I don't know, somewhere in Europe. Go for like a Europe trip, Copenhagen, Stockholm, something like that. It'd be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds awesome. And the final question is, what is an ideal, perfect day in the life for you? It can be work related. It can be non-work related.
I don't know. Like probably maybe like back when I was skiing, just going on the slopes of the day. That was really fun. Yeah, with like a few friends.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so we're pretty much at the end of the podcast. Hope it was fun.
Yeah.
Not too nerve-wracking.
That was fun.
Yeah, okay, cool. Then we'll catch you next time.
Perfect.
Want to say bye?
Thank you.
Bye.